Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I am going to show you guys some really good AFK farms, and they are just really simple. Anyway guys, before we get into this video, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. We are nearly at 350 subscribers, so click that bell now and let's begin. Okay guys, so of course, you don't really need any space, but of course, you need an auto clicker, as you see. And as you see guys, this is extremely simple on what you need to do. And as you see, first of all, you need a slab. Any old slab would do. So I'm just going to build up a bit, do some sort of like ladder, see if I can get up. Yes, I can. Okay, so as you see, you'll need a slab and 2 grass blocks. As you see, found it. So the first grass block, you need to place it 1 block away from your slab. And the next block, you have to place it by 3 blocks away from the first grass block, and you should get something like this. And as you see, this is some sort of like wood farm, and I recommend like putting like 2 kinds of wood in, because you can get 2 woods at once. As you see, I did some wood and hickory, but then of course I decided to change the normal wood to spirit wood. And as you see, this is just for a little demonstration here. I'm going to use pine and a birch sapling. And now of course, all we need to do now is get a pickaxe or an axe. I use a pickaxe, and try and move it to the middle, and make sure the first, so as you see, so this is your first block with your sapling. Make sure it's above the sapling, and make sure it's the white hand is not touching the sapling. And then of course, make sure your auto click is on the left mouse button and on double click. And as you see guys, it should now away from keyboard farm. So I'm going to be AFK now, so you'll see that these trees will go. So be right back. Okay guys, that was a 5-minute time lapse, and yes, I got some wood, which was really useful for me. And yes, believe it or not, I was actually getting 2 kinds of wood at once. And of course, yes, I'm getting birch and pine at once. And as you see, you have to make sure your mouse, well, your hand, not mouse, but your hand is a bit above the sapling, and make sure it's in the middle. And that way, you'll mine 2 trees at once. And as you see, I got my hickory and spirit wood farm. Of course, those 2 trees can't grow because the 2 are kind of wide, so they kind of grow. They kind of take turns to grow, but these 2, for some reason, they grow together. And yes, and as you see, I got wood. And to make sure your auto clicker is off, if I just turn on my auto clicker now, and as you see, this is what's happening with my auto clicker. It's doing this. So if you want to make sure it's off, you basically hover over, so basically, this is how you do it. So I'm AFK grinding with my auto clicker on. And as you see, what I do is I zoom out, you know, put my hand in the air or where there's no blocks. Then I hover it over where there's space. Then I just, you know, press 3 or whatever number the item you're holding. 1, 2, 3 or 4. Oops, didn't mean to do that. And basically what you do is, you know, you check. And as you see, that's annoying. So if I press F6 now, it's off. So that's how you know, make sure it's off. Thank you very much, trees. And now, of course, let's do, you know, mining rocks now, rather than trees. So this time, it's a bit different. Because what you have to do now, you know, of course, the same thing. Of course, I'm going to build it the other way. So basically, you do the same. As you see, a slab, so no blocks spawn on it. Of course, I'm going to use grass, as you see. And of course, I'm going to place a stone block, as you see. So, 1 block separated from each other. And as you see, of course, same thing. And of course, we're going to do the same now. So, same for this one, as you see. And same for this way. And now, of course, we have to obviously buy some stuff. So I'm just going to buy, you know, well, I'm actually going to go buy another iron totem, as you see, bro. So, yes, apologies about the inconvenience. So, of course, we just go through the portal to the totems guy, which is just right over here. And I'm just going to get an iron totem and just go back to my island. And what you're going to see now is like 2 ores spawn at once, hopefully. If not, it can only work on 1, because this is the first time I've tried this with 2 ores. And as you see, you place the 2. And of course, you make sure you're in first person. And this time, as you see, we're going to have to, you know, raise this one, because, you know, it will save, you know, blocks spawning, you know, on that one. So as you see, if I just switch, okay, here we are. So if I just let them spawn in, and hopefully it works. Now here's a little problem. If I face like this, it's gonna break this block here. So the problem is, you know, would I have to lower it? Well, yes, I would. And as you see, I would like look up a bit. In fact, I should go down a bit. Oh, wow. Okay, here we are. So if I just let that spawn in, don't know how my iron ore rock went. And as you see, so in other words, you place a block on the ground and place a slab on the block and destroy the block. It could work for this one as well. If I just try it out just real quick. Just while those 2 rocks are spawning in. Yes, it does work. Great. Okay. Now as you see, the rocks are spawning in now. And as you see, so you kind of like look up a bit. Then press F6 and hopefully that should also spawn in. So if I just go AFK and see if this works. So be right back. Okay guys, the AFK grinder was successful. And yes, I, away from keyboard, grinded for like about 7 minutes. Well, yes, it is 7 minutes. I did check on the screen recorder I have. And yes, guys, these are really simple away from keyboard grinders that are like so OP, which stands for overpowered. And yes, guys, while I was, AFK grinding, I was just, testing some bells out. And yeah, sorry if that wasn't relevant or anything. And yes, let's see what I've got. Oh yeah, that's true. You can also get crystallized iron if you're AFK for long enough. But of course, I remember that crystallized iron there before I went AFK, with the stone and iron. And you can actually use, any totem as well. You can use stone and wood if you wanted to. If you want to mine for iron and wood at the same time. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you, learned something new, something good for away from keyboard grinding. If you really enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell, guys. And yes, I'll say once again, we are nearly hitting 350 subscribers, so please help me reach that goal. And yes, guys, I've got to go now. See you next time.